Hey guys, this is a top 5 things to improve your photography besides the camera. It's for um, these 5 tips are for the amateur photographer trying to dive into the professional world, or this is for um, a new photographer. You're just getting your first camera and you want to, you're starting a new hobby, or just a professional photographer who wants to refresh their mindset. These tips are for you. Tip number 1 is developing your eye. Try to avoid looking at too many different photographers, or watching Instagram until you can really develop your own creativity and your own, be able to communicate your personality into your photos. One of the best ways to make yourself stand out from everybody else is having your own unique look, or the way you light things differently. There's so many different photographers out there, so many different ways to do things. Be yourself and do your own thing. Tip number 2, really take the time to be truly unbiased towards yourself and introspect. There's a lot of times where we just think that we're the best, or we fail to improve because we don't want to learn something. Well, if you really sit back and you look at your photos and you try to point out what's not good about it, or ways that you can improve. For example, like with myself, when I was just starting out, I thought I had a good composition and my photos were getting better and better and better. And I thought I deserved to be up higher than I was. But I ended up finding out that, the skin texture, the way I was editing the skin, it was very blurry. There was no texture to it, and so I had to relearn how to edit photos. And once I did that, it just completely opened my mind up, and it kind of humbled myself a little bit, and I was able to step back and allow myself to learn more and focus on how to improve myself and what's wrong with my photos and how to get better. Tip number 3 is find a mentor. Find somebody that wants to help you get better, or not even somebody else like that's professional that wants you to get better. It could be a YouTuber, but just like a friend or somebody else in your neighborhood that's really good with photography, or that's just on your same level, that you can just go out and shoot with, and you can kind of talk about your photos and where they are and how to improve them. And just as long as you guys are completely honest with each other, because the moment you try to pretend that each other's photo is the best thing out there, neither of you are going to improve. So you just need to have true, honest, constructive criticism, and both of you guys will benefit from that for sure. Tip number 4 is be conscious while you're shooting. Whether that's the angle you're coming in at, or the lighting, or how moody you want the photo to be, or what's your focal length, or how blurry do you want the background to be, or if you want everything to be sharp. Really focus on taking your message that you have as the artist, the photographer, and putting it deep into the photo, and really learning how to communicate through your photo. Tip number 5, research prices, and really stick to them. A lot of the times I notice my clients, or the average person, they don't really know how much equipment costs, or how much your time is worth, or how much the editing that goes on behind the scenes actually costs you, or the time it takes to do that. So they don't see all that. And there's millions of photos. We're exposed to tons and tons and tons and tons of different photos on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, social media, anywhere that you can just scroll and just see millions and millions of photos. So sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between something that's taken by just a random person with their phone, or if it's actually done artistically with a camera, or with some care. So really stick to your prices. Research the prices, and don't undervalue yourself, because really in the end of the day, that's only going to hurt you and the rest of the photography community. And so that is my 5 tips to help you improve in your photography. If you like this and you want to see more videos like this, I got tons and tons of tips I've been learning throughout my years of doing photography, and I would love to share it with you. So hit that subscribe button and maybe leave a comment and tell me what you want to hear next.